Hello and welcome to today's crystal ball. So we have crystal ball today, and later on there should be a tarot as well. So hopefully getting a tarot in here as well if there is time. But yeah, today we'll be doing a quick maybe hour crystal ball. So specific questions for the crystal ball. And I do have oracle cards. If you were here yesterday, you probably know of the oracle cards that we have. So I will go back over them if I need to. But yeah, so let me know if there is sound, let me know how things are. Pooja, hello and welcome. Samaya, hello and welcome. Really nice to see you, really nice to see you. Um, I'm very well. I hope that you are well. Um, so yeah, I am on a little bit late, but I had a few issues this morning, including the post office being closed, and I had spell jars to send out, and the post office was closed. So it's very took me a little bit of time to get things done this morning, but yeah, we are done. We are sorted. So crystal ball, and we'll probably be on for about an hour. So um, the oracle cards are the same as yesterday. So I will go back over them though, just in case you need me to. So we have chakra, we have spirit animal, we have spell casting, druid wisdom, love, akashic, Sufi wisdom. We have a lot. Earth magic. We have a lot. We have a lot. So okay. Um. Pusha says, yeah, a little tired because of Diwali festival preparations. Oh, when is the exact date for this then? I know I have done a kind of celebratory stream for that in the past. But yeah, I'm unsure of the date. I've forgotten of the date. Ankita, nice to see you. Maya, why my brother in love? Why my brother in love, David Arias, has a crush on me? I'm avoiding him because he is so obvious. So asking if there's a crush? Are we asking if there's a crush? So I'm guessing a no on that. I'm actually guessing a no on that. Hey, hello and welcome. Ash's thoughts for me today. Not picking up anything at the moment for today. So maybe there's a little bit of distraction, being busy with other things and things like that. So Maya says, I've applied for a part-time job, which I cleared all the process. Do you see if I'm getting that in this week? Oh, best of luck. I hope so. Yeah, I see a really strong possibility with this. I see a really strong possibility of this, so I would say yes. And Keita says, will my friend Jyoti and Sahin clear the exam she gave? Apologies if I'm pronouncing the names wrong, but let's see. I'm getting a yes on that. So best of luck to them. And Keita, oh no, that's the same one. Sorry, reading the same message there. Um, Maya, it's really nice to see you. Earth magic for Ankita. Ceremony and invocation. So when we get the card of ceremony, it's kind of a little bit about our own processes. So you know, you might come for a reading, or you might get a spell cast or some energy work or something like that. But the ceremony card, it's kind of talking a little bit more about you doing your own ceremony, you know, or doing your own ritualistic kind of things, your own affirmations, your own manifestations, your own things that are very spiritual, ritualistic, religious, maybe. Not forgetting to do them. and if you did have like a practice and you've kind of fell from it, getting back into it. Can even be things like yoga, anything that's kind of um really positive for you spiritually, energetically, and things like that. But that's your own kind of ritual, your own kind of ceremony, not where we're seeking help from others. You can still seek help from others, but you need to keep up your own practice, whatever that practice is you are drawn to, or practice that you do. If you are keeping up a practice, if you are doing well at keeping up a practice, it could just be an affirmation and confirmation that you need to keep going with that, and that you should keep going with that. Kevin, I'm well, I hope you are well. What feelings does Tanya think A has for me, okay? There's uncertainty there. There's kind of like, I'm not really sure, it's not really clear. Leaning towards it just being, leaning towards kind of neutral, like it being neutral, but there is kind of a thinking about that, like, is there something there? There is a thinking of that. Ankita says just a harsh, still love Chetna. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong, I think it's harsh. Still love Chetna, okay? I get a yes on that, so I actually do get a yes on that. Pooja, why I feel inclined to move or stay Why I feel inclined to move or stay in the southern part of India, specifically Bangalore city, is it truly an inclination or my wishful desire, okay? Yeah, so you rarely are being drawn there, so yeah, I would say that's a positive, intuitive message for you, I would say. Samaya, I'm still aiming for a stable and full-time job. Will I get that in the coming months? Do you see if it's an admin role or tech related? I do get a yes. I feel like you are drawing closer to it. I feel like it's been a slow process, but I do feel like you are drawing closer to it. And I do feel like I'm leaning towards tech. Kevin, is there any frequency, meditation, or method which can help with my insulin resistance and diabetes side effects? Okay. So getting heart chakra solfeggio frequency coming up there. Heart chakra solfeggio. Ankita, is this a yes for both? Yeah. So yes. If one was yes and one was no, I would say that. Shweta, hello and welcome. AA, what does Asha love about me? There's personality, humour, generosity, and physical attraction coming up there. Ascending Universal Butterfly, hello and welcome. Is there time for me to have a reading? So if you're new to the stream, so hello, welcome, I'm Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. We do readings, like many different readings on stream all the time. For Crystal Ball, it's specific questions for the Crystal Ball, or you can choose from the Oracle cards that we do have, which I'll go back over in a little while. But so yeah, specific questions for the crystal ball. We do specific questions, so it's not too long. It's not. Don't ask too broad of questions because it just takes too much time. But give everybody a chance. So when you ask a question, leave a little bit of space for other people to ask questions before you ask another one, and don't repeat your question. I'm behind in the chat, so it might take me a while to catch up to you, but I will catch up to you. And if you're super desperate for your question to be answered, you're very welcome to send a super chat, but it's not necessary. You don't have to do that if you just have patience for me to get to you. So yeah, that's just if you are new. Yeah, please. And also if you're new, it does help me if you leave your full name and date of birth with your question. It does help me initially to connect with your energy. If you don't leave it, I will still do the question, but I feel like there's more accuracy with the full name and date of birth. And if you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. And Kita says, did Mega already move on from our friendship? Does she actually have other close friends? Okay. So I'm guessing a no to being fully moved on, but there definitely does seem to be help from having other close friends. There does seem to be help from that. Maya says chakra card, of course. You have instinct and the crown chakra. So your instinct might be heightening. You might realize that you're really getting that. You're just being instinctively maybe given messages or told to go in a certain way or even guarded against things. You know, we often get that. But the wolf totem could be very positive for you. If you do feel like your kind of instinctual feelings and your kind of connection to those very almost primal intuitive feelings, if you feel they're a bit blocked, work on the crown chakra and connect with the wolf totem animal as well, because the wolf totem can help with our our natural instincts. Megha, what are our current feelings and next actions for me? So the current feelings are very positive. There is a feeling of closeness and comfort and all that love and care energy is there. But in terms of intentions, I feel like to meet in person more often is kind of coming up as intentions. Spirit animal for Maya. Yeah, we can do that even though you did seem to just get wolf, but let's see what else you get. Moth! You get the moth spirit. So the moth spirit surrender now. So you may need to just surrender to those instinctual feelings that you are getting, but you may also need to surrender to the flow of the universe, letting things unfold the way the universe wants them to unfold, and kind of just maybe releasing if you're doing manifestations or you're really strongly focusing on something, releasing for a little bit and letting the universe carry you and take you to that. But the moth totem animal is really great for also connecting with past loved ones and astral projection. If you wanted to do any astral projection, you can also use the moth totem to help with that. Samaya says, will my husband get a job with visa sponsorship soon? He's actively applying but not getting any response. Okay. So I am getting a yes, but it just doesn't look soon. I'm not getting a yes to soon. So hello and welcome, guys. If you are new in, I am Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. We ask specific questions for the crystal ball, but you are all welcome. Just ask specific questions. We have oracle cards to choose from. I will go back over those now. We have spirit animal. We have chakra. We have spellcasting. We have druid wisdom. Love, of course, we have love cards. Akashic and earth magic. And also Sufi wisdom. So we have a lot of cards. If you feel drawn to any of those, you're very welcome to choose one. Everybody is welcome. If you are new, please leave your full name and date of birth with your question to help me connect to your energy. The readings are free. If you want your question answered, if you want to push up the queue, you can send a super chat, but that's not necessary. We have a super chat here, so let's read that. Sid says, when do you see me being well enough to get back to my flat? Okay. So I think 2.5 weeks with that one. So I'm wishing you well and positive energies, of course. Kevin says, when do you see my insulin resistance decreasing and my sugar levels being stabilized long term? I'm getting almost 2 years on that, unfortunately. So hopefully you can find the solution to bring that forward, bring that closer. Hopefully you can do that. Spellcasting for Maya. Lighten your load. So when we get lighten your load, it can often mean that you're a very independent person. You do a lot of things on your own. And you might be very strong, you might have a very warrior energy about you. But sometimes it's good to delegate tasks, to ask people for help. Don't be afraid to ask people for help. And there might be also, when you get the lighten your load card, it's possible that there's a very positive person who's willing to help and who will help in a very positive way. So look out for that person as well, because it often refers to someone who's going to help you to lighten that load, Pooja, a few days back I saw a dream in which I saw a glimpse of a person as my husband, but he was being rude to me. What does that mean? Okay. So Visually, he may not have looked exactly how your future husband will look, but energetically you were connecting with that person, you were connecting with them. But it does seem like the being rude is kind of a message that this person still has a bit of growth to do before they are fully healed and well, not fully healed, but before they're at a good level to be in a very long-term committed and positive relationship for long term. So there's some healing that they're doing, and they're still going through a process, and that's why they're being rude, because they still have a bit of, maybe, and I would say issues, but I would say the inner things to work on, So they're still working on something. So you're picking up that the more negative aspects, the shadow self, Shweta, what are some of the late night thoughts about me? Okay. So not really picking up much on that. It doesn't really seem like it's a common occurrence, but it does look like when this does happen, it's little glimpses of memory of actually the physical meeting that you've had in the past. Well, Cameron, hello and welcome. It's lovely to see you. Megan says Druid Wisdom. Okay, there's the picture. Very cute. Oh, so you have Man in Heather. What I've learned as a traveller is to open every door, to kiss the sun every morning, and fall in love in the summer's morn. Meditate with lepidolite crystal for serenity and compassion. Serenity and compassion. Lepidolite. I remember. I think that's a blue one. The blue one. Our blue one. Love card from Megha, of course. Oh no! You have deception. Someone is wearing a mask in this relationship. So there could be something going on there. There could be something hidden, something coming to light, some deception or some lies going on there. So just be very mindful and be very intuitive. If you do have an intuitive feeling that someone is like lying to you, I would trust your intuition basically. And Kita, why do I no longer feel presence of Goddess Kali with me? Have I done something? Okay. It doesn't seem like you've done something, but it seems more like you're being guided to work with a different like energy at this time. You're being guided to work with a different energy at this time. That doesn't mean you can't go back to Kali at some point, but you're being guided somewhere else at the moment. So maybe just kind of try to feel that, where am I being guided? Kevin says chakra card. So you have, guilt and the sacral chakra. So if you do need to work on any chakra, it would be the sacral, but there could be some guilt coming up here. So if you do feel guilty for anything that you've done, think about that, try to work through that, heal that, release that. Or, if it's guilt to the sense where there's an apology needed or some reconcile needed, some repairing some relationship, do think about doing that as well. Maya says love card for the person I'm thinking about. They are the one. You have already met the romantic partner that you seek. Interesting. Oh, I have wax on that one. Yeah, being a witch, tend to get like candle wax and things like that everywhere. I have dried rosebuds all over my floor every time I hoover. Pooja says animal card, yes. Snake spirit. Snake spirit. Time to heal. Yes. So you can use the snake spirit for healing, for completing cycles. If there's a cycle that you're kind of going through and you need to come to completion with it, you can use the snake spirit for that. Kevin says, what are A's current feelings and thoughts about me? So there isn't too much there, but there has been some regret coming up, some regret of kind of the missed opportunity that has come up a little bit. Maya says Acacia. So you have the journey. So the journey is kind of like, it's like a nice comfort kind of card, because it's kind of saying that don't worry that you're not there yet, don't worry that you haven't manifested everything you wanted to manifest in your life. You will manifest that, or you can manifest that, but you're still on the journey. You know, and the journey is a positive thing, you know, it's learning, it's growing, you know, it's yeah, learning and growing, I would say. The nice thing is the water's very, very calm, so it does suggest that, you know, it might be slow but steady journey, like not too many ups and downs. Maybe you've learned a lot of your lessons already, but you are still on the journey, so don't worry too much about that destination. You know, sometimes we really want to rush to that destination, and it's not always possible. Sometimes we have to accept that, you know, we're still learning, we're still growing, we're still healing. It's still a bit of a process there. Mega, what did I feel after our date yesterday? What did he think of my looks? Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting really high, like strong positive energy. There is a lot of attraction, so I would say thinking positively about your looks. Yeah, just really strong positive energy, it feels like. And Kita sees a card or crystal ball on something I need to hear from the universe. Okay, so let's try spellcasting and see what we get. Oh no! Let's do Angel. I forgot. I have the Seraph Souls here. Totally forgot. So I will just go over again. If you are new, I'm Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. We're doing crystal ball at the moment, but we do many different types of readings, so you're very welcome to subscribe and join us. The readings are free. Specific questions for the crystal ball. Just don't repeat your question, because I will get you. I'm behind in the chat, and yeah, I don't know what else to say right now. I'm forgetting my own spiel. But yes, any questions, just ask. But you're all very welcome to join. So let's see. Seraph Soul 4 and Kita. I feel like drawn to orange for you today. Let's see. Yeah, I think this one. So we have well-being, which is Archangel Gabriel. Look at this image properly. The water is flowing gently, and although there are rocks in its path, it is going around them, not over. Oh, bear with me one moment. There's a knock at the door. I'll be 1 moment. I will be back. Apologies. I'm so sorry. There was a parcel I had to get that. I'm so sorry. I forgot that. So, okay. Let me get back to Ankita's message. I'm so sorry. So we're on well-being, weren't we? Right, let's start again. There's your picture. Look at this image properly. The water is flowing gently, and although there are rocks in its path, it is going around them, not over. The stormy waters have passed. Use the water to help you release and wash away any emotional debris that may still be floating around. The time has come for you to experience a much brighter future, good fortune, and a great sense of well-being. Archangel Gabriel is providing a boost of energy and sunlight into your life so you can concentrate now on the things that make you happy. So that was for Ankita. Blue Wisdom, Maya says, yes. So you have move forward, experience the grace of who you truly are. So tapping a little bit more into your authentic self at this time, which is very nice. Moving forward with, yeah, authenticity. Kevin says, how will my sprint evaluation on coming Monday go? What can I expect? Okay. So I am getting positive energy. I'm getting kind of, the messages are really like, don't how can I say it? Don't cut back on preparation, like really prepare. But it's like really prepare and really relax. That's kind of what's coming through. But it seems very positive. It seems like a very positive possibility, you know. Mine says Earth magic. Waterfall, effortless. So yeah, so if you think about the water, you know, as it falls down the waterfall, it's just being taken by gravity. It's just going down, you know? It doesn't have to make any efforts to flow. It's just being released, going down, going with the flow, if you will. And that is the effortless energy that you have. So you may be, again, I feel like you're getting quite similar messages from these cards because they are saying to go with the flow of the universe at the moment. Don't put too much energy into your own manifestations or your own, like, you know, pushing for things, because it's going to flow. It's going to flow very effortlessly, which is nice. You're just kind of being carried with the flow of the universe at the moment. Mega says, when will I meet Oregon? I'm seeing a possibility of within a week here, so that looks nice. And Kita says, I have been stuck in a bus for 2 hours with no water. Give me that glass. No! Oh no! Here you go. Drink it all. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst when things like that happen. I'm so sorry. Mega says chakra card. Here we are. You have victim and the heart chakra. So what this can mean is that someone might take advantage of you, or like on an emotional level. So because you are quite open, generous, empathetic person, your heart chakra is quite open, someone might take advantage of that kindness, of that love energy that you have. So it's kind of like not letting your kindness be taken for a weakness. You know, it's not about putting a guard up or kind of shielding yourself too much, but it's just about having what's it called, where you can like using your intuition to know who to trust and who not to trust. Discernment. That's the word I'm looking for. Having a bit of discernment about who you can trust. And Mohammed, will I be able to buy a motorcycle? I want to buy a Suzuki, not brand new but used one. Is that okay? Let's see. Yes, I'm definitely getting a message of being careful, being mindful, you know, of being like overcharged or sold something that's got too many issues. So being very careful, but it does seem like you will get what you want eventually. Sasha Girl says your clothes are cute. Thank you. It's definitely a bit different than what I would usually wear, I feel. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling it. I don't know. I like the sleeves. I don't know if I'm feeling it. So yeah, I appreciate that. Pink and black. Is it yes or no? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm feeling it, but thank you. I really appreciate that. AA says Ash's action for me this week. Trying to communicate more, trying to be a bit closer. Yeah, I do feel that. And hello and welcome to Sag Gallery. I really hope you are well. Kevin says, what can happen between me and A in November? Not really feeling anything for it. I'm really sorry. I do greatly apologize for that. Pooja says, will my next move be to Bangalore City? Okay. Yes. I'm getting a yes on that. So it does seem like you're really being drawn there and that you will likely go with that intuitive feeling to go there. I'm really well, Such girl, I hope you are well. Mecca says by mistake R hit my head. What is he feeling about it? Oh no, oh, I'm so sorry, I hope you're okay. Yeah, there's more like a I don't feel too much of like I feel guilty about it. Maybe it's he understands that it was just a mistake, but I do feel it's kind of like hoping you're okay, hoping you're okay. Jasmine says good morning. How are you? Have a great day. Having a great. Oh, I hope you're having a great day. Sorry, my day has been. Oh, it's been good. Like I don't have anything negative to say, but I'm like kind of being pushed against I'm pushing against the tides a little bit with something that's going on with a certain client that I'm working with. And we're really trying to push against this tide, and I'm trying to send out like cleansing oil, and all of these things are going wrong. Like my envelopes were misplaced, and then the post office was closed, and all of these things that are going on. But once she gets the oil, I feel like things will look up. But I've been okay. It's just been a little bit like everything is pushing against the tide. I meant to come on stream earlier, but I just couldn't because I had to be driving around for all of these little inconveniences. But but you know, I think we'd rather little inconveniences than something really huge and horrible happens. So we have to look on the bright side sometimes. But I hope you are having a wonderful day too, Jasmine, and everybody else as well. Samaya, will my husband's current company agree to extend our visa? As of now, there is a least chance from their end, okay? Yeah, I kind of feel like I feel like the possibility has decreased from here, but I still feel like it's kind of like a 50-50. I still feel like there's a possibility there. Shweta says, does Summit still have my chats and photos saved on his phone? And also, does he go through all those memories when he feels nostalgic? Okay. Yeah, so it feels like that on an old phone, but does feel like that phone has been kept, in a drawer or something. It does feel like it's been kept. Um, I don't feel like this frequently going back through them, but I feel like he has at some point. It seems a little bit more past, like not very recent though. Jasmine says, "Am I still in a love path detox period?" Yes, do you get a yes on that? AA says, "Ali's thoughts for me today." Yeah, I'm feeling more. There's a bit more forefront energy here, like actively thinking of like how you are, what you're up to, things like that. Girl says, "Is T going to message me?" Yes, and it feels like this could be pretty soon as well. It feels like quite an imminent energy, like it could be pretty soon. Samaya says, "Any card of your choice." Sufi, let's do Sufi wisdom. Sufi wisdom. Oh, work of art. Be the portrait of divine beauty. So this is nice. Um, work of art. So you expressing your divinity, your divine energies at the forefront. Like really putting them forward. So we, as spiritual people and empaths, and things like that, we tend to be very. We know that um the true light and the true like beauty is on the inside. We know that, so we're not always super focused on the outside, but it's okay to be. It's okay to express that inner divine beauty that you have on the outside and put it out there. Like get a makeover, change your hair, change your clothing style or something like that, and just try new things and put yourself out there and express those beautiful divine energies at the forefront. And yeah, I feel like sometimes we do need to be kind of guided to do this when we're in that very spiritual, empathetic kind of energy, because we don't really think about that. That's not like our major concern at the forefront. It's more about the person we are on the inside. But it's okay to express yourself sometimes, and yeah, just express the inner feelings and the inner energies on the outside. You know, you can do that. And yeah, it's positive. It can be positive. As long as you're not, you know, only focusing on those energies and being kind of like shallow, you know. Excuse me, sorry. Just need to get comfy when I'm sitting here for so long. But yeah, but I always say when we get messages like that, I always say, you know, flowers, peacocks, you know, all these beautiful things of nature that they show off. They have beautiful flowers, beautiful feathers, you know. Aromi says, En's current thoughts about reaching out to me. It was predicted to happen last month, but he hasn't yet. Am I going to have to be the one that initiates again at this point, okay? Yeah, there's definitely kind of like a shutting down, kind of like a stepping back and shutting down kind of energy. Definitely kind of like a more closed off from the connection, from the path. I would definitely say it's like a stepping back from that path. I do feel like perhaps um, you initiating could be a positive thing. You know, it could kind of bring that energy back onto that path. So yeah, I would say it looks more likely you will initiate. Mega, why doesn't R answer my calls? So all that's really coming through at the moment is this energy of being busy, but there is an energy of it seems to be there's connecting with other people. So there could be talking to other people, it could be being in a group, being out in a group, being with family, being with friends, something like that. Because it does feel like there's a busy energy, but it's with people. It's not like I'm working or, you know, I'm focusing on something like that. It seems like kind of a group thing. Kevin, when do you see me getting a salary increase or bonus? Middle to end of next year. Mohammed, does my ex, P, Taurus, still have my photos digitally or physically? Okay. So I guess he has to digitally. I guess he has to digitally. So guys, if you are new, I'm Venus. This is Secret Frequencies, and we are doing Crystal Ball. So you're all very welcome to ask your questions for the Crystal Ball. New people are very, very welcome. I do appreciate if you leave your full name and date of birth if you're new, so I can connect your energy. But I'll still try your question if you don't want to do that. It just feels a bit more accurate when I can connect. And we do have a lot of cards, so if you do want me to go back over the cards, you're very welcome to ask that. But yeah, specific questions for the crystal ball. The readings are free. But if you are really urgent for your question to be answered, you can send a super chat, and that's fine. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So Kevin says a love card. Be present. You will attract love by enjoying your life as it is. Wherever you are, be all there. So remaining very, very present at this moment in time. Mega says, is there anything or is hiding anything from me and what could it be about? So I do feel like there is some hiding of like flirty kind of messages with other people, but it feels a little bit like I don't feel like this is present, like going on presently. I feel like this is something from the past that's happened in the past that's kind of being just pushed down, suppressed. Maybe he's kind of healed and grew from that perhaps, but I do feel like that's being hidden in some way. Arumi, AW's current status in healing, moving on from his ex and intentions and moving towards me, okay? It does feel a little bit like there's still a process going on there. It does feel like there's a little bit of still a process, but it definitely feels like there's a release of some sacral chords. So it does feel like there's a release there, which is really positive. You know, we need to release those chords if we're going to move forward. So yeah, the main thing that comes up is the release of those cords, which is positive. And Keita says a wisdom card. Time to play. Make time to dance and play. Another thing that we often talk about on this channel is connecting with the inner child, making sure you do take that time to not always be serious, tap into your inner child, make jokes, be light-hearted, flirty even, just in a light-hearted energy, playful, so tapping into that kind of more light-hearted side of yourself is very positive. And yeah, dancing, singing, things like that, just expressing your light-hearted, nice, expressive kind of energies. Jasmine says the path that I thought about earlier this morning, is it something I can successfully pull off? I'm getting a low energy on that at the moment, but we can see how that progresses if you're trying to manifest and align that. Kevin says divine wisdom. I think that's Sufi wisdom. There you are. So you have fine wine. Longing is the portal to wholeness. Longing is the portal to wholeness. Interesting. So what you are longing for might help you to enter into a more holistic energy, more feeling complete. So the thing that you're longing for, when you attain that, you may feel more complete. So it is kind of like a positive affirmation that something that you're kind of desiring, longing for, working towards, it is the right thing. It is the right path, because you're going to come to a completion or a wholeness. So sorry if you're thirsty. I'm so sorry to show off with my water. Meg has his wisdom card as well. There we are. So you have limitation is power. Lean into your limitations. So yeah, so it's kind of about how can we say, like, shattering our limitations. When we feel like we have a limitation, keep working towards that, keep pushing. It's kind of like me today, pushing against the tide, trying to get to where I was going. Like, I need a post office, just pushing against that tide, making sure that you're not limited, you're not being blocked, so you might be in a kind of period of pushing against the tide as well. And sometimes when we push against the tide, we do have that feeling like, okay, I'm being guided away from this because it's difficult, and the universe may be pushing me to a different direction. But sometimes it's more of a lesson. It's more of a lesson of our own challenge, or our own warrior energy, to push against that tide and manifest. So it can be a good thing sometimes to push against that tide and break barriers down, break limitations down. Mohammed says, when do you see I activated my root chakra? Okay. So it does feel like you have some positive energy around this root chakra. It does feel like you're there's healing, there's growth going on there. But I would probably say a month here. I'd probably give it a month. AA, how does my boss think about me and my work? So there seems to be a really positive energy, like feeling like, kind of it's kind of a satisfied energy. I feel like there's a little bit of, the feeling like there's room for improvement, but also kind of believing that you can do it, trusting that you can keep improving. So it's good, Arumi, will I have any chemistry with CM? It's a blind set up by a family acquaintance. Okay. I actually get a yes on that. Oh, see how that goes. So hello and welcome. If you are new, I am Venus. This is Secret Frequencies, and we do crystal ball readings right now. So specific questions for the crystal ball, or you can choose from the oracle cards that we have. So I'll go back over the oracle cards. If you feel specifically drawn to any of them, if you feel intuitively drawn as I hold them up, you are very welcome to ask for one in the chat. The readings are free. Just ask your question, totally fine. If you are new, please leave your full name and date of birth with your question. It helps me to connect your energy. Don't repeat your question. I'm behind in the chat. If you have patience, I will get to you. So the cards chakra. Ooh, spirit animal. Spell casting. Earth magic. Love. Druid wisdom. Sufi wisdom. And Akashic. And angel. You can choose angel as well. So there's quite a few. Mex, hello and welcome. Mex LG12, hello and welcome. Megacy spell casting. Here we are. So you have animals. Animals. So connecting to your totem animal at this time. We always have kind of different guidance of the different kind of spirits we should be connected to. You know, sometimes you might work with the angels. So sometimes you might work with your starseed guides. You're being guided to work with your spirit animals at the moment. So that's very nice. And again, you're another one of your. There's a wolf on here, so you might have wolf totem, like Maya. And Kita, will I be able to go to my friend's engagement without missing the class? Okay. Guessing a no on that, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say. Kevin says, why has A been more in my mind so much lately after so long? Is something changing for us energetically or anything to know? Okay. So I'm guessing a no. I'm guessing a no. It seems a little bit kind of stagnant and distant at the moment. So you know, it could just be kind of like desire coming to the surface and things like that. I'm really sorry about that. Mangala, hello and welcome. Anika LaRue, hello and welcome. Mecca says spirit animal. Lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. So that kind of resonates with the. I'm pretty sure it was you that got the heart chakra card. Being generous of spirit, keeping your generous energy going, even if someone does take your kindness as a weakness, keep in your generous energies. You know, you can cut that person off, but don't let it stop you from being generous to other people, basically. Mohammed says any card for me. You can have a Druid Wisdom. Let's do Druid Wisdom. So there is your picture. Very cute. Pilgrim's Peace. Pack a bag and get away for a while. Find a way to gain perspective from higher ground. Trust your place in the great and glorious grand scheme of things. Life is a spiritual pilgrimage. Carry rainforest jasper crystal to awaken spiritual awareness. Rainforest jasper. Jasmine, what's the thing with Randall saying religious things to me like God bless me? He was never religious before. There does seem to actually be like authentically a bit of focus on that coming up, like kind of shifting his energy more towards that and thinking about that a little bit more, thinking about his spiritual beliefs, his religious beliefs. It does seem to be quite, it is a little bit authentic, but I do feel also like saying it to you, putting it out to you, there is a little bit of kind of trying to indirectly show you that there's a bit of like growth or something there as well. So there is a little bit of I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say like manipulation, but there's something a little bit like that, like trying to put a positive, really, energy out to you, like saying I'm almost like expressing like I'm a good person in a way, you know. Anika LaRue, thank you. I appreciate that compliment. It's very, very sweet. Thank you very much. Mangala says, "What's my husband's thoughts and next actions towards me and our relationship?" There's a bit of doubt at the moment. There is a bit of doubt. It does feel a little bit like, should I work on this? Should, you know, it's kind of more contemplation, like, should you try to make it work? Should I do this? Should I do that? But there's a bit of uncertainty, a bit of worry that it might not work out. Mega, why I keep getting allergic reactions on my face, is it because of evil eye? Unfortunately, I'm guessing yes on that. I'm really sorry to say. Kevin says it's skipped. Oh, a skipped question. I apologise for that. A recently trimmed his beard. Was I part of the influence for him to make a change? Did he do it for me? I didn't see that. I'm so sorry. So I get a no on that in terms of you being an influence or doing it for you, but I do get a thought coming up of like, what would you think of it? I do get that. Acacia for Mega. If I can get her. Yeah. So you have the King of Scrolls. So the King of Scrolls is very interesting. It is about someone coming into your life path, or maybe they're already on your life path. It might be more confirmation of this person. But if you don't resonate with it could be that they're coming onto your life path. It's a man, it's usually a male figure, or they might have a very strong masculine energy. And they're going to help you in some way with it's work path. It's very root chakra based. It's like study and work. So anything to do with study and work. They might be a mentor, they might be a teacher, there might be someone who helps you with your work in some way, helps you with a side project, or helps you with your study, or helps you to get a certain job. They're really helping on the study and work path, and it's a male, usually a male, or they have strong masculine energy. So just to look out for them. Like I said, they might already be on your life path. The card might just be confirming that this person is going to help. You can trust them, you know. Lisa, hello. Mangala, what will be the outcome of my marriage and relationship with my husband? I'm still not seeing much improvement in him, okay? Yeah, at the moment it does look mostly like splitting. Unfortunately, it does look mostly like splitting. I still feel like there's a possibility here, there's a chance, but it's just quite small, and I do apologise for that. You know, I don't like to give the negative answers. Ella, hello, welcome. Lisa says what's coming up for me. So guys, we don't do broad questions on the stream because it's just too open. So if you say what's coming up for me, we could do a reading for you for, you know, the next 3 months, and it would take me half an hour just with you, you know. So that's why we ask specific questions, because I just can't take too long with each person. I would just be on stream forever if I did that. But I'll pull you a card. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call here, so I'm a bit distracted. Bear with me one moment. Sorry. So Lisa, so we'll still do a card for you. We'll do a card anyway. I'll do 2. So first we have, no, that's not for you. I'm not resonating with that one. I have to make sure it does feel right. Okay, so initiation and the Council Domain. So what you're getting here is, this is more of the spiritual kind of life path. So we will pull you another card. Just maybe we might look at something a little bit more on, you know, physical. But in the spiritual realm here with this card, it is about a progression on your spiritual path. So if you're someone who's really focused on your spiritual path, it could be like a really strong third eye activation, crown activation, where you're kind of progressing to that next level, you know, like you're ascending in some way. So that's a really positive one for your spiritual progression. You could even come to, you know, if you're someone who's doing something like Reiki or yoga or meditation or something like that, you could be coming to that next level there and really feeling like you're gaining something from that, really ascending in some way. It's really positive spiritually. But let's look at, we'll do a spell casting for you as well, Lisa. Forgiveness. So looking at something a little bit more on your kind of the physical life path, and this is to do with connections, you know, so relationships. So forgiveness is, there's 2 realms, you know, to this card. If you are someone who maybe owes someone an apology, maybe you've grown a little bit in your life and you've, you know, there's something in the past that you need to apologize for, then you are being pushed to do that. But it could be if someone owes you an apology. So if you feel more like it's the other way around and there's someone, you know, within your life path, an old connection that's a bit rocky at the moment, and they owe you an apology, that could be coming as well. So it depends. It could be you, or it could be them apologizing. And Ella says spellcasting as well, so let's do spellcast. Oh, there we are. You have manifestation. Oh, look at her. So she's manifesting under the moon. So very, very positive energy, manifestations coming to light, positive energy around your manifestations. You are in a realm, in a period of your life path where you can manifest. So, you know, sometimes we look at those phases between when we can manifest, when we have to sit back, let go with the flow of the universe, and allow our manifestations to unfold naturally. But you're in the stage where you can manifest, you can push against the tides, you can, you know, try to make things work and see results from that. So that's really positive for manifesting at the moment for Ella. Pooja, will I meet other persons as romantic partners before meeting the fated soulmate person? It seems pretty unlikely. It's a possibility, but it seems pretty unlikely. Guys, if you realize you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. I greatly appreciate that. Shweta says, does Rajesh await for my response, likes and comments on his videos? What energy of this is indicating towards? I think I know what you mean there. Yeah, definitely a wanting you to like posts and looking out for your posts. There definitely is the energy of this, and I feel like there's definitely an attraction towards you, magnetic and physical. Ella, can you please check Andrea's current feelings for me? Feelings for you are highly positive. I feel like feelings for you are really positive, really strong. I feel more like there's these other things, there's other energy around that might be impacting that or distracting from that. But the energy towards you personally is very, very nice and strong, I would say. Bear with me one moment. Sorry, I just had to send a message there. Mega says Sufi wisdom. Free will. Get out of your cocoon. So yeah, so you could be emerging from the cocoon. You could be, you know, you are a chrysalis, you may emerge a butterfly, you know, you're going through maybe a transformative period at the moment, and there's some level of you're going to come out of your shell a little bit maybe, or something like that. But free will is a really nice one as well, because it's kind of similar to what Ella was getting, where, you know, you are in that phase or that realm, that period where you can make things happen yourself. You don't have to sit back to the flow of the universe. You know, we spoke about that. You can manifest. You can make things happen and make things work. That's a similar message. Magcassie, Sufi wisdom. So, oh, did I just do that? Yeah, sorry, I just did that. Getting distracted because I'm getting messages. I'm so sorry. Samaya, when do you see my husband getting the job with visa sponsorship? You said not seeing soon. So, oh yes, okay. Getting January. Akashic for Kevin. So you have the King of Roses. So actually this is very interesting. The King of Roses generally points to meeting usually a male figure, or someone with very strong masculine energy, meeting them on your path. And you know, this is more the love. This is the love one. So it's meeting someone who is very positive on your love path. The male could actually be the partner, or they could be someone who introduces you to the partner. But it's a very strong positive energy surrounding love, on the love path, and this male energy. So it's very nice. And also it's like, you know, if that person does come into your life path and you're not sure, give them a chance, you know. Mega says, I'm having weird dreams lately. Why and what could be the reason? Yeah, there is some psychic attack going on there, so I do apologise for that. Pooja, what was the dream person, the soulmate person, which my guides are saying about in channeled message? Yes, I that's what I meant. I did feel that, sorry. Mangala, do my son think I'm creating problem and blaming others? He sometimes talks rudely and takes his father's side. Okay. Yeah, I do get a yes on that. I'm really sorry to say that. Kevin, if I do Shambhavi Mahumudra every day, what changes can I expect from it? Apologies if I pronounced that wrong. So I'm not really feeling that resonating with you too much at the moment in your current energy. So I'm not saying it would never help you, or it would never improve or give help you with anything you're trying to do. I'm not saying that it would never help, but at the moment it's just not really the thing. It's not really resonating with you at the moment in your current energies. So I'd maybe say at least a month until you pick that up. I mean, not that you can't do it now, but it just doesn't feel like there's any um how can I say, any energy with it at the moment. It's just not resonating with your current energy. I hope that makes sense. Shweta says, how would be my future husband at emotional and intelligent and spiritual level? Little of the physical appearance if possible. Also, do I already know him? Okay. So it feels like there has been some interaction. It does feel like there's been some level of interaction between you. I'm kind of picking that up. Yeah, I feel like the emotional, the spiritual, all those energies. Um, I feel like there's still like when you kind of come to your realization of your connection, I I do feel like there's still a little bit of growth and a little bit of work needed, but definitely feels like he's already at a level that's good. It's positive. It's a level that you'd want. Alice says, "I love card for Andrea and I, of course." Reaching your goal. Everything you want from this connection will manifest in the near future. Very nice. Ankita, yeah, true. I feel guided to Krishna. I'm not sure. Um, but yes. So that makes sense. So you're feeling more guided to work work with different energies at the moment. But yeah, you can always go back to Kali when you feel that. So at least you're feeling very intuitive about that. You know when they're there. You know when they're not there. So that's really positive for your spiritual path, your spiritual journey. Pooja says, how is N and A's connection going through? Okay. Yeah, I feel like really strong, really positive connection, really strong. Lisa says, I love cards for what's coming up for me. You have forgive and release. You are stronger when you carry love and forgiveness rather than anger. So a big energy of kind of forgiveness, and this can be forgiving someone from the past if they come back, but it can also be not necessarily forgiving, but it can be being giving space, holding space, having some leniency. If you meet someone and they're not fully at that level that you want, having a bit of openness, open mind, and open heart to the possibility that they can grow as well. They can grow with you. And Ankita says, I wish to meet you if you ever plan on visiting India. Really? Oh my gosh. I would love to visit. I would absolutely love to. And this is definitely something I plan to do. I do want to travel a bit more. There's definitely places. And most of my subscribers are from America and India. So I would love to visit America and India. And hopefully, yeah, definitely. I really want to meet people. We're trying to do a little meetup. Me and one of the members here trying to do a little bit of a meetup in the UK as like a little practice, because we have a few people from the UK we could probably get together. So yeah, maybe we could do that and then expand outwards, hopefully. Pooja says, what was Anne's most recent thought about me? Okay. It seems to be hoping that you're okay, hoping that you're well. Samaya says, there a lot of confusion if continue in this country or return back to India. Do you see if we are going back in the next year after February? So the possibility of going back pretty soon, like after February, like you're saying, it seems to be minimizing. So I feel like there used to be a bigger possibility of going back, and now it's kind of minimizing a little bit. So I would say it's less likely that you will. Teresa says, why is Summit silent? I just get the energy of like I have moved on with my life, like a very momentum, moved on kind of energy. Lisa, will Wendy end up contacting me again? Yes, I do get a yes there. Kevin, how can I better process my guilt emotions specifically? I think I feel guilt the strongest and get hurt mostly because of guilt in the past too. How can I better process my guilt emotions specifically? So this might be why you're getting heart chakra as well. So you got heart chakra solfeggio frequencies in that other question you asked about, that the diabetic question. Um, this can also help. So the heart chakra solfeggio frequencies can help with the guilt as well, releasing that guilt from the heart chakra. So I would definitely make sure you do look into that. Mangala, does my husband wishing to bring his parents to our home, or is he planning to move to a new home with them? I'm getting a new home with them, unfortunately. Pooja, should I start working out or doing yoga regularly with my spiritual work? In the past, when I started, it drained my energy to the point that I used to feel feverish at the end of the day. So I am definitely getting a positive draw to yoga, but I would definitely say maybe do it very infrequently if you feel like it drains your energy, because it's good for you, but you might just need to go through a bit of a process. Maybe there is a process with that when maybe you're releasing something, but I would say just don't do it very frequently, like even like once every 2 weeks to begin with, build up a little bit maybe, because there is to a lot of like, I mean, to yoga, like there is a spiritual aspect, so obviously you might be releasing things, but also just with regular exercise, as we move in different, ways, we're releasing energy through our smaller energy channels, and it can cause release. It can cause similar effects to cleansing, because we're rarely moving and shifting that dense energy that might be stuck, like very small energy that might be stuck, and we can experience similar symptoms to releasing when we do that. Angel card for Kevin. Do you feel purple? Yes, this one. Resonate. Archangel Raziel. Knowledge. Your thirst for all things spiritual is at its height at the moment. Attend mind, body, and spirit events if you can, and go to meetings or groups of like minded people. Explore the amazing, magical, and varied options that are out there. It's only a matter of time before you find something that completely resonates with you, and you'll find yourself working within this arena. Archangel Raziel is providing beautiful energies that will uplift your spirit and soul and support you along this journey of discovery. Very, very nice. And that was for Kevin. Samaya, when do you see me getting a tech job? Before the end of the year. Samaya shows chakra card. Soulmate and root chakra. So this can be that you will be very, very strongly aware of who your soulmate is. In the physical realm, you'll be very, very aware of them. Very strong energy about the soulmate in the physical realm. So it's that physical meeting, physical connection, having a physical relationship with them, and not just being kind of like in the spiritual, like they're coming to you. It's very physical. They're in the physical realm, but they are your soulmate. There's affirmation on that. And it can even be like your soulmate, because this is a root chakra. You might need to work on your root chakra, and you're asking questions about work and living situation, which is all linked to the root chakra. So it does really resonate with you. But the soulmate might help you with work and living situation. So do bear in mind, work together, perhaps, Ella sees the angel card as a message for my situation with Andrea. So let's see. So we're being guided to green for you, which is heart chakra. So let's see. Yes. Compassion, Archangel Raphael, empower. Within the healing world in which you work, you may often come across what I refer to as birds with broken wings. They may flock to you because of the healing energies and the compassion that you have for them. You often will go to many lengths to fix them, and this can cause frustration as they may not help themselves. The old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink, is appropriate. Accept that this is sometimes a universal lesson for the person that you are attempting to heal. They have to do this for themselves. Ensure they know you will offer them love when the time is right, but allow them to walk this path on their own for a while. Ask Archangel Raphael to be with them and also to assist you in this task. So you do have to hold a little bit of space for them to heal themselves, but Archangel Raphael may help you with that healing journey and trying to help and heal this bird with the broken wing, you know? Ooh. Kevin, today while leaving the office, I was in a lift where there were a few girls. I felt that they were laughing and making fun of me. Is it true, and if so, what was it about? So I guess a no on that. I guess a no on that. So you might be having a bit of insecurities because it seems like that they were not, it was not about you. Shweta, where is mine and Rajesh connection going, and where is mine and Summit's connection going? So it seems to be a really strong possibility with Rajesh at the moment, so that's really nice. The energy with Summit seems very, very closed. You know, it does seem very kind of like there was a possibility and it's kind of passed by a little bit. Guys, if you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. I will just say one more time because I will be jumping off soon. I'm Venus, this is Secret Frequencies. We ask specific questions for the crystal ball. If you are new, I do appreciate you leaving your full name and date of birth before your question. And I will not go back over the cards now because I think I will be finishing pretty soon. But please like the video if you haven't liked it already. Please bear in mind that the likes on the video are like votes. So the videos that get the most likes, or the streams that get the most likes, are the ones that I will keep coming back and doing. So if you want more crystal balls, please like the video, and I will be back. So I will be back with them as often as possible. So I'm going to scroll down the stream now, the chat, and I'm going to answer questions for people who have not had them answered yet. So yeah, let's see. Sash Girl says, where can I buy that top? This black thing was from like a like some really random store that I buy like air freshener and envelopes and things like that from. It's very random. It's almost like it has a little bit of everything. I don't even know what it's called actually. But I'm pretty sure you can get things like this off Amazon if you just search like this is not a body stocking, but it's similar. It's a similar kind of thing, you know, like a meshy fishnet kind of thing that goes. It's a dress. It's actually a dress. So it does go. I can show. I've got leggings on. These are leggings, so don't worry. But it is a dress actually. So the black thing is a dress, and then I've got a dress over it. So so yeah, if you search body stocking on Amazon, it should come up. But it's my one's a dress. It's not like a full stocking. But yeah, so but probably Amazon. I got mine from sort of random shop, but probably Amazon. And the dress, this was Miss Selfridge. You know, it's kind of like a high street store. I don't know if it's in every country, but it's called Miss Selfridge. But I just love this material. I don't usually wear pink, but anything with this material, I just love like the velvety thing. Oh no, I don't like. Don't comment things like that. Delete that message. Daniela, you see, we're going to get engaged. Will there be a love relationship? Okay, so possibility of engagement, I think we're looking at. I see a strong possibility of the love relationship. I'm not really seeing engagement at the moment, but these things can align. When we come closer in the connection, they can align. Elvis. Says, I'm expecting a lot of money in November, a matrix freedom check. I'm wondering if I'm going to get it in November. So expecting a lot of money in November. Okay, let me see. I do see an increase in the abundance energies there. Yeah, I see like an increase in abundance energies. I don't necessarily feel like it's a huge amount, but I do feel like there's an increase there. Damini, hello, welcome. I hope you're well. I am well. 4K6WE87. Will my fashion label do well next season, and what should I do? I feel like this is energy of rally. It's like self-expression. So in terms of like a fashion label, that could be like promotion, maybe like promotion, putting things out there, trying different kind of ideas and coming at things from slightly different approaches if you can. And rally, I feel like it's self-expression energy. So to me, for like a business, that would be promotion. You know, rally, strongly promoting. Love card for Jamini. Be optimistic. Keep in mind that you create your reality. You can attract love. You can't attract love with a negative mindset. Sorry, I just have to check this message. It's important. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Let me see. Oh my gosh! Ankita, what is this? Does that mean you've rejoined as a member or something? It says Ankita 1 month. Oh, I don't know. I think it means you've rejoined for the month. Amazing. Love, light, and blessings. Oh, it's so, guys, I really appreciate all of the support to the channel. I appreciate you guys members so much. I appreciate the subscribers as well, of course. But I just really appreciate the support to the channel. All of the members, super chats, super stickers, all of that. Really greatly appreciate that. And as I always say, if you do feel like you know, if you want to suggest anything, like you feel like members should get this or that, or you know, have any suggestions about these things, you're very welcome to message me. You know, maybe there's a stream that you've seen that I've done in the past and you think, oh, I want that as a member, or you know, like I said with the flower reading and bone reading, if there's any members that really feel like they haven't had that and they want that, we could do specifically member streams for that as well. But do look out for the members only streams. There's 2 scheduled at the moment, a channeling and a crystal ball soon. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Aries, oh my gosh, it's lovely to see you. I feel like we never see each other anymore. Will my brother give me any money from selling Odyssey's father's house? Okay. I get a yes on that. I do get a yes on that. So you know, I hope so. Damini says Angel and Divine Wisdom. Okay, so we have an angel card for Damini. I'm kind of feeling yellowy, orangey maybe for you. Yes, yellow, I think. We'll go. Review, Archangel Jophiel. Contemplation. Is there something that you want to do? Something you wish to learn more about? Or something you want to create? You are looking for this and you may not even be sure exactly what it is yet. Take time out to review where you are and write down your thoughts and options that you have. It's time to take a moment out in order to instigate a change, knowing that Archangel Jophiel is with you, bringing the self-illumination that you look for and the knowledge that will help you with whichever option you choose. Do not rush ahead until you are really confident you have made the right choice. And that's an important thing. We often forget in certain situations that just journaling can really help. When we can just see the pros and the cons of something, It really helps when we just see them written out. And we often overlook that, especially now that, we don't really write things down because we have phones, Let me see. Aries, did Diane, oh wait, Damini also said Sufi wisdom, so apologies. There we are. For Damini, face your fears. Face your fears. Farewell to fear phantoms. So yeah, so you might be being pushed a little bit. You might even get like a fear or like a phobia or something come up for you in this current chapter because you're being pushed and guided to face it. So do bear that in mind. Aries says, did Dane tell me about the truth or everything I confronted him about regarding the notification that popped up on his phone yesterday, as well as the text message that popped up on his phone? I'm guessing a no on that, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to say. So I'm really sorry to say that. I get to see so many people today. Oh my god, thanks for all the answers. Oh, Remy says, oh my god, thanks for all the answers. Guys, you're so welcome. I'm really, really glad to be able to come on at a time that some of you guys who can't usually make it can make it. So like I said, I am really trying my best. I know I was supposed to come on earlier today, but I just had so many issues. But I am going to really try to vary the times. I might even try better to do like 11 a.m. ones and things like that, but I don't know. It's kind of like that. If it's too early, I find that it's really, really way too quiet. So we don't want it to be too quiet. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe 2 p.m. is a good time. Of course, I was a bit late today. It's more like 4 p.m. But it's really, really great to be able to connect with you guys. Jyoti, I think it's pronounced Jyoti, but I don't know. But I do like that name. I don't know how to pronounce it. I want to know what's going on in my life, why I'm not happy. Okay, so it is a little bit broad, but let's see if anything specific comes up for not being happy. Yes, I'm definitely being guided to passion and inspiration. It seems like you need to kind of, it could be to rekindle an old passion, it could be to explore or, what can I say, not explore, realize a new passion, come to light, a new passion coming to light, if that makes sense. So I would focus on the sacral chakra for that, focus on your sacral chakra, and you might also be being guided to travel. So Jyoti, if you feel drawn to a certain location, try to make sure you go there, you explore that place, it doesn't have to be like a huge holiday. It could be like a little small day trip to somewhere, a little drive from you. But you are being guided to explore new parts of Mother Earth for the inspiration that will bring, and to also, follow when you do find a new passion kind of coming up. Do follow it, even if it feels difficult, or even if it feels like it's difficult, or you might have to go through a course or learn something new, and you are really being guided to kind of explore a passion. But yeah, focus on your sacral chakra might help. Aries says a card of my choice for love path. Okay, you have unrequited feelings. There's not enough love to keep this relationship going in a healthy way. Unfortunately, it's not the best card to get, so I apologize for that one. Let's see. I'm so sorry, guys. Mike, hello and welcome. Jasmine says, to this thing with Randall turning a new leaf, does that mean he is done making my life a living hell now? It definitely seems like it will dim. It definitely seems like it's not going to be as bad. There may still be some issues as he's kind of going through this, but it does feel like it's going to lessen. It really does feel like, and it might be really positive. It might, there might not be anything that comes up, but it does feel like it's at least going to lessen. Ciao, bellissima. Hello, Fernando. Hello and welcome from, I think Italy. I think that's Italian. Oh, hello and welcome. Jyoti says, will I get my love back? I do get a yes. It does feel possible for you to do that. Beauty of Nature. Hello and welcome back. Should Kriza, sorry if I say that wrong, Kishra, give an interview from where she got a call yesterday. Yes, I get a yes on that. A spell card for Keisha. There you are. Beauty with nature. Prosperity. Very nice. So the possibility of abundance and prosperity coming up in this new chapter for you. So that's very, very nice. Let's see. Lisa says it's interesting that you pulled the forgiveness card. I've been told that my Virgo ex wants to apologise. Do you see that as well? Oh, let's see if it was about that. Yes, I get a yes on that. So we're confirming that there. Jasmine, Randall and I got into an argument today and he started crying. Were his tears authentic and was I in the wrong, or what do my guides have to say about what transpired today? So I'm not getting energy of you being in the wrong. It feels like both sides has a little bit of wrongness to them, if that makes sense. um, but it doesn't feel like you were in the wrong. Like, it doesn't feel like you're to blame, if that makes sense. But the tears do seem to be authentic, so we are getting authentic on that. But it does seem like there's a bit more emotion coming up. There's a bit more compassion, understanding, and heart chakra energy coming up for Randall. It does feel like I said, with the religious kind of element as well, there does seem to be a bit of growth, at least trying to have a bit of growth. So yeah, I do feel kind of like it's it is authentic, you know, and I don't feel like he's great yet, you know. I don't really feel like he's you know, rarely come to that next level in like leveling up. But I feel like there's an attempt there, and I feel like this does bring up emotions, and he's feeling a bit more emotional than usual. You're welcome. Shruti, you're welcome. Kevin, you're welcome. Kim, hello, welcome back. Pusha says it's a buffering. I didn't see that. Usually, when it's buffering, it tells me I'm trying to reconnect. I didn't see that, so I hope not. But I apologise if it was buffering. Ashish Aswal, hello, welcome back. It's really nice to see you. How are my finances looking for 2026? Okay. So getting an increase, it does seem like an increase like around March, April time for you, for your finances. So that's quite nice. Although there does seem to be a little bit of a dip, more like September time. It doesn't look too bad. Let's see. Lisa, will the C company send me the information I asked them for today? I think a yes on that actually. Liverpool, hello, welcome. Firstly, on the job, Brent Brill. Can I see what's coming towards me next week, please? Great, amazing. Oh, best of luck, and I'm really happy for you there. Can I see what's coming towards me next week, please? Um, it's a little bit broad. Are you still asking about work? Is it kind of the love path? Like, what kind of thing are you looking at? But let's pull you a card since you haven't had any questions today. Oh, setting your course. So this is a very positive one, and it is actually the Three of Scrolls. So it does link to scrolls, links to like learning, study, work, and things like that. And it says setting your course. So it seems really, really positive. When we have the binoculars here in the ship, it's really telling us to keep our eye on our goals. You know, really keep that eye very strongly on your goals. Tunnel vision focus. Don't get off the path towards your goals. But if we look at that beautiful sky and the rainbow, it's showing how positive this possibility is, how positive this opportunity is. It's a really, really great energy for study and work and root chakra, things like that. So that's really nice. For Liverpool, you're welcome. Those saying thank you. Love Path, Liverpool, okay, there we are. You have stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring romance into your life. So you are getting confirmation on it actually coming into your life. But yeah, we do have to stay optimistic, and it's similar to the scrolls card, where keeping that positive tunnel vision focus on what we want and achieving it. So maybe that resonates for your work path and your love path. Very nice. And Joanna says, what's coming towards me in love? Guys, we don't ask too broad questions on the stream, because what's coming towards me in love can open up a whole reading that could be like half an hour or something like that. But I will pull you a love card. So let's see, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. True and lasting love is here for you. So in this current chapter, or the very near future chapter, you will realize a true love. So a true love. So it's kind of about trusting your intuition and trusting that this person on the path, and this really could be something that's deep and meaningful and positive. Not being too just trusting, or too maybe just mental as well, because sometimes we can think, are they at my level, or that is this right? It's being a bit more open-minded to the possibility of this person, to allow them to come in. So yeah. But yeah, so guys, with the love readings as well, we have that past, present, and future love reading that we do, that we started last month. Towards the end of this month or beginning of next month, I will be doing past, present, and future love readings again. But this month, there's going to be more Goblin Tarot and bone readings. That's going to be the Goblin Tarot, bone reading, and crystal ball are going to be the main ones for the rest of this month. But next month, there will be more in-depth love readings for you guys. Miss Via says hello. Look at you online twice in a row. I'm doing my best. Like the aim is to be online 5 times in the week. 5 times in the week is kind of the aim. But we'll see how it goes. Sometimes I won't do that, but I'll be on for very long. Like we did recently a 4-hour crystal ball. So I want to try to keep up things like that. Yes, but yeah, I am jumping off. So let's do this question from Miss Venus before we jump off. Always thoughts and feelings towards me, please. And what was his last thought about me? Okay. Yeah, so I'm getting really strong positive feelings still, care, attraction, magnetic energy, definitely thinking about you and things like that. But the most recent thought, I feel like it's thinking of speaking to you, like thinking of something to say, thinking of like what it's almost like thinking, wanting to reach out. Maybe there's something on the mind that he wants to say, or that he's kind of not like a specific thing that he wants to say, but wanting to start a conversation in some way, or wanting to open up to more conversation in some way. It's like thinking about that communication with you. Let's see. Shelly, hello, welcome. I hope you are well. Miss Venus, I support your goals. Yes, we will do our best. Miss Venus, whose intentions towards me, please? Intentions, okay. I'm still getting like these visions of traveling with you, these visions of going to new places with you, like picturing you there, relaxing together at these kind of locations that he's thinking of going, dreaming of going. So I'm really getting that. I wouldn't necessarily say it's intentions, like he's actually planning it or putting it out there, but that's really coming through his thoughts in his mind. So with intentions, I would say I would still say like meeting up, trying to bring this connection together a little bit, trying to meet up. Still feel like there is some hope for that, some intention towards that. I do still feel that. I'm so sorry, Miss Venus. I'm so sorry. I know I'm just catching you as I'm jumping off. So do apologise if that wasn't a great time to be on it when I came on. But I will be on later on. But it will be tarot. You're very welcome to have a tarot. But yeah, so I think there's a members crystal ball. Is it tomorrow or the next day? So, but again, that's a bit earlier, so I don't know. Maybe we won't be able to make that. But yeah, I will do my best to just be on whenever I have free time. I'm just trying to think if the members crystal ball isn't tomorrow, we could maybe do one tomorrow. So if we do one tomorrow, it could be around this time. I think I can double check, but yeah, so It's like 10 to 5 now. So if this is a better time for you, maybe tomorrow, I think I can do that. I can double check. Shelley says, does AJ miss me? So let's just check that one. Oh, Miss Venus says, I just woke up and saw you were online. Oh, so you're waking up at this time. I'm so bad at remembering our different time zones. So a little bit later than this then will probably suit you. More like a 6 p.m. maybe? More like a 6 p.m. We'll see. When I get off, I'll check my schedule and see what we can do. Because yeah, I don't want to miss you. I do want to get you guys in, especially members. Shelley Martin, does AJ miss me? Sorry, let's get to that. Yes, I get a yes on that. Kind of a missing and longing a little bit. So yeah, so love, light and blessings to each of you. I really am sorry that I do. Oh, I always catch some of you just as I'm jumping off, and I really do greatly apologise for that. But like I said, we'll be trying to vary times as much as possible. It's 5 p.m. GMT now, so maybe a 6 p.m. like in an hour's time. Maybe that'll be better for some of you. We'll see what we can do if we can get on around a time like that tomorrow. But yeah, I'm trying to get on with tarot a little bit later. Try my best to do that. Love, light and blessings to each of you, and I really hope to see you soon. All of my information is in the description of the video. My website, if you want to check out what I do, secretfrequencies.com/shop, and that has all of my more in-depth readings, crystal ball, tarot, candle wax, everything like that. My sessions, Reiki, cleansing, sound healing, and spells like love and money, and one-on-one spells that I do. All of the one-on-one sessions that I do are on there. They're very reasonably priced, so just check that out. And if you want to contact me, my Facebook, email, and Discord are all in the description of the video. I'm very open to suggestions, requests, any questions you might have about anything. Very open to connecting with you guys off stream, so feel free to connect with me. And yes, Miss Venus says 24 likes. That's pretty good for me. Yeah, that is pretty good. I think my what was it called? My best was a 30 or 32, and I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, that is really, really great. I really appreciate the likes on the video. Shout out to Ankita and Sid, for I think Ankita rejoined as a member, and Sid super chat, so shout out to you guys. And shout out to all of the members, of course. And yeah, just keep in touch with me, and especially if we're missing each other on streams and you want to kind of try to plan a little bit what time might be best for me to come on. I am really open to that. So yeah, love, light and blessings to each of you, and I really hope to see you very, very soon.